feels so right, cause we had trust. Now it's drowning in our lives. I know we're broken up, you know the feelings deep inside. So what's you, what we've been through? I miss you, and you can't lie, you miss me too. If I roll through, but you...
I don't know why people try to pin Beyonce out as if she's just this perfect person. She doesn't do any wrong. She's the nicest person. From what we've seen from her all the way back in Destiny's Child, she has been nothing but a... She was her group members, and it's actually a funny story about that. Her name is Letoya. I'll put it right here. But this girl right here, after she got kicked out, guess what happened? Guess who got in contact with her after she got kicked out of Destiny's Child? Aaliyah. Aaliyah called her and made sure she was okay after she got kicked out of Destiny's Child.
When I went through my situation, she was the only artist that called and asked me how I was doing and to check up on me and to make sure everything was okay.
And that just goes to show you who's real and who's not. Aaliyah was always real from day one. Beyonce was always fake. They ain't have to do them girls like that. And I'm pretty sure they ain't have a good reason as to why they kicked those girls out of Destiny's Child anyways. And shout out to all the people that say that A comes before B, because that is so true. Aaliyah was just an angel. A stands for angelic, angel. Beyonce, she's bad. B stands for bad. You know, and she was just an envious, jealous person. She did not like anyone. She always thought she was better than everyone in her group, her team. I don't know if it was her father in particular, but someone would make the other girls tan so that they would look darker than Beyonce. And Beyonce had the choice whether or not she wanted to tan, but they wanted her to stand out more than all the other girls. They gave Beyonce the credit. There was this video I ran across of Beyonce too. She was singing on stage, still in Destiny's Child, alongside Kelly and Michelle, and they were singing Say My Name, and she started saying her name. And I thought that was very disrespectful. I can't imagine what the girls must have been feeling when Beyonce betrayed them like that. And I'm not going to blame it on her being a teenager, because as a teenager, we know what's wrong and what's right, and we know whether or not we want to see. And if we don't want to, we know, we're smart. And I would like to say half of the people that watch my channel are young, and they make the decision to comment negative stuff under my videos all the time. It has nothing to do with being young. They know good and well what they are doing. Beyonce was just a spoiled brat. She wanted everything, and that's just what she was taught. Look at her mom. I'm pretty sure her mom was the same way. She was talking down on her husband, Miss Tina Knowles. She was like,
is he perfect? Absolutely not. No. He has He has a lot of the qualities.
And he looked at her like, really? Like, you gonna say this on TV? I'm not good enough for you? They're just stuck up. And I know I'm using her mom as an example, but her mom even said that Beyonce is a B backstage.
She would say, in the morning, and I'll be like, in the evening too.
She didn't use any other word to sugarcoat it. She said B. Beyonce is a B. And that's probably why her mom named her with a name that starts with a B, because that's just truly who she is. It's in her character. She was raised like that. I'm not even going to take up for her father, because I think her father was putting those girls through hell too. So yeah, no, ain't no sympathy for her father. Beyonce is not perfect. And I commented under this video on TikTok, and someone posted something about Jason Lee talking about Beyonce and exposing her having T on her name or whatnot. And of course I'm gonna comment. I've been very active on TikTok. I don't care anymore. Go over and follow me. I'm finna start posting Aaliyah content on there too. Basically, they were talking about how Jason Lee is just a hater and he's bitter, this and that. Something along those lines. And of course me, like I said, I'm gonna leave a comment. I went under the comment section and I was like, Jason Lee's not the problem. Beyonce's the problem. And then someone else, they said, you're on or something like that. And I was like, clearly you are. Beyonce is a B, and the sooner we wake up, the sooner we'll see. The Illuminati don't even mess with her. They don't even like her. That's why Jay-Z was like, I said no to the Super Bowl. You need me, I don't need you. Illuminati don't want them no more. Like, they're just old and no one likes them anymore, bro. I don't know about Jay-Z. Like I said, I think he beat the game, but I don't know where he at in that stuff and if they messing with him. But I know that they don't mess with Beyonce. It was only a matter of time. I already knew that the industry was gonna get tired of her. Most of the artists in the industry don't mess with her. When she won those awards, they were like, she bought her awards.
It's Renaissance, Beyonce.
That's what it looked like they said. She's fake. It's time to wrap her up and put her in the closet. Box her up and put her in the basement. Cause her time has washed away, girlfriend. And you know, if you gonna promote your daughter, just I would prefer that over you. Because Beyonce's a B, and I can't believe people are still taking up for her. I get it, you like her, cool, but you have to see it for what it is. She's mean. She's a bad person. 50 Cent had his little stories on her too. And another reason you know she's full of crap is because she always has people sign NDAs when they join her party. She doesn't want them speaking out about how sincere she is, you know, who she really is. She's that little ratchet girl from Texas, Bama, whatever she be saying. She's ratchet, she's mean, she's not who y'all think she is. She's not a good person at all, and she doesn't care about Aaliyah. That tribute she did for Aaliyah, that was so fake. Maybe Michelle and Kelly Rowland was sincere. They were very sincere girls. Beyonce was the only fake one. Aaliyah didn't mess with her like that. They were not hanging out like that. I bet money, and I bet you I'll be right. They were not friends like that. I bet you Beyonce can't tell you one memory she has of Aaliyah other than Aaliyah being near her when they're working. I'm so tired of Beyonce, and Beyonce is a copycat. I've been seeing a lot of comments under that video I just posted of Beyonce copying Aaliyah, and a lot of people, one comment I seen, he was like, so I guess if we all do that pose, we're copying Aaliyah. Out of all celebrities, you mean tell me Beyonce tries to pull off that feathered Aaliyah look? Aaliyah started that. Let's just be real. Aaliyah started that all the way in the 90s. Then you seen Beyonce wearing it. Then you seen other artists wearing it. Aaliyah started that. And she's still doing it today, and then she's referencing that she's still here. Then her mom mentions Aaliyah. Isn't it a coincidence? Or is it not just a coincidence? These people are mentioning Aaliyah, and then they got their daughter dancing like Aaliyah, smooth and cool. She got the shades on with the bandana. She's dressing like Aaliyah. All this stuff. And then, you know, after Blue Ivy came out, she was performing with her mom. Everybody's like, oh my God, Blue Ivy. She's performing with her mom. Wow. Biggest thing ever. I'm like, a lot of people are like, she's giving Aaliyah vibes. She's dressing like Aaliyah. She had the bandana on, the shades on like Aaliyah. After all of that, eventually her grandma was like, she reminds me of the late and great Aaliyah. Then you have her mom with the trench coat, the white trench coat that looks like Aaliyah. Didn't they just release some pictures of Aaliyah's mother at that same event Aaliyah wore that white jacket at? Out of all looks, she goes for that look. And then she wears, and Aaliyah had her hair just like that during that event. She had the layers. I kid you not, these people are mocking Aaliyah. Not to mention, in one of her documentaries, she had a little toy plane rolling down her leg. Then Jay-Z says, make sure that your carry-on luggage or your plane is bigger than your carry-on baggage. Really? I'm gonna let y'all in on something. I don't know if I ever made a video about this, but y'all do know, right, that I'm a Survivor by Destiny's Child is a response to Aaliyah's Rock the Boat. That's basically a story of how Aaliyah lost and Destiny's Child won. Basically Beyonce. They made it back to land. Aaliyah fell in the water. Y'all know that, right? It was always rigged like this. Aaliyah against Beyonce. Beyonce didn't even want her husband like that. He said that you love your work more than you love me. Beyonce is just, she's a perfectionist. She's self-centered. It's all about her. And she doesn't care about anyone else's feelings. And the sooner y'all see that, y'all agree with me, y'all understand what I've been saying, a lot more people are going to come out against her. A lot of people probably can't speak out because they signed NDAs, especially if they're her friends and they're in an NDA, they're not going to be able to speak out probably forever until they're not friends anymore. They could probably try to get out of that NDA. But who's going to believe them? Because Beyonce being with Jay-Z is very powerful. If someone tries to speak out, they're gone. You see why Damon really doesn't mention Jay-Z. He knows Jay-Z did that. He can't mention that because Dame doesn't have as much power to protect himself as Jay-Z does to have him murked, right? These people, they're mocking Aaliyah. They're copying. I don't care what nobody says. Beyonce is like one of those mean girls in school. Like the one that thinks they're all that. And then Aaliyah was that genuine one. Still popular. Even popular than Beyonce. But she was still cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not to compare the two. Although, I don't really care because it is what it is. The industry was already comparing them. Aaliyah knew that. It's really not imaginary beef. And it's really sad that people think that. And they thought that with Beyonce and Rihanna. They thought that with Beyonce and Carrie Hilson. Whoever Beyonce was battling with. And you see, none of them have a very successful career. Beyonce, she's just the type to end people's career, to fire people if they're not to her liking, be fake. And y'all heard that Aaliyah song. She was like, now I'm not saying, I feel like it could be about Aaliyah. She said the song was about just people coming up to her talking loose rap, and she don't want to hear it. Like, stay away from her with that. And she was like, you talk smack behind my back, but then when you see me, you try to come up and talk to me. I'm not saying nothing. That gives off Beyonce and Jay-Z. I'm sorry, like, and he was already messing with Beyonce way before he met Aaliyah. We all know this. Video coming soon. Subscribe, like, stay tuned, turn on your bell post notifications. But I don't like Beyonce. I don't. She does have good music. I have to set that aside. But when it comes to her personality, her character, she's trash. It's time for her to just go home and be a mom. Okay? And if your daughter wants to take on this career, let her. It's time for something new. Just don't give her Aaliyah's image. That's a big no-no. Because I don't play about my girl. And I'm pretty sure us stans don't play about Aaliyah either. We don't like it. Unless it's a tribute or something, you know. Or an inspiration. Another thing, too, involving Aaliyah and Beyonce. I just want to say that Aaliyah, she was on this talk show with Daley Carson in 2001. I think it might have been when she had on the sheer top and you could see her glittery bra. Pretty. That time she was, I think, playing a game on that show, and he asked her about Destiny's Child. He was like, something, how do you feel about Destiny's Child? Something like that. And she was like, or he was like, how do you feel about Beyonce? Something like that. And she was like Beyonce said, she won't stop, can't stop. But at the time, Beyonce was Destiny's Child, so why didn't Aaliyah say Destiny's Child? She said Beyonce. And that's when the comparison started with Hollywood. And then, you know, in 2001, Aaliyah was like, I'm competing with myself. I'm competing with Aaliyah to be the best. I'm competing with no one but myself. Aaliyah knew that they were going to try to pin her up against Aaliyah or against Beyonce and see who would fight to be to the top. But clearly we see who was fighting to get to the top and who ended up at the top. You know, Beyonce is just the icky person, and it's sad because people are just so brainwashed, and that's why the government, the industry, Illuminati, they can get away with whatever they want. They can just throw it right in our face. Like I said, Beyonce, I don't think is with them, but we're just too asleep. Anything could happen. Everybody runs to the government, just like they ran to get that jab. Y'all gotta wake up. These celebrities don't care about y'all at all. Just because they interact with y'all at shows and they give you autographs and do these events for y'all don't mean they care about you. They go home and they're just like, yeah, I just made a couple bucks off these people. And that's why I'm glad I've never been the type to want to go to concerts and stuff. I never gave my money to an artist because, girl, I would regret that so bad. That would be one thing in life I regret. Most certainly, because they ain't helping me. And I'm definitely not going to take up for a fake artist when I see one. I don't like Beyonce. And I didn't look forward to her Renaissance tour. I didn't look forward to her daughter performing. I didn't look forward to her documentary. And I heard that it didn't even do good in the box office. But I don't care what nobody said. I said what I said in that video. Beyonce is a copycat. It's just so many blows towards Aaliyah. I am interested in keeping up. Like, that's how many there is. I get a new source of interest every day. And I'm just like, wow, she's copying Aaliyah. And a lot of people agree that Blue Ivy is being programmed to be the next Aaliyah, and I really agree. As sad as it is, I mean, if you wanted the real deal to be here, you shouldn't have got rid of her. And I think a lot of people regretted that. You know, Aaliyah was the bomb. Now music is just gone. A lot of the real artists are gone, so music is gone. It's a couple good artists, but not like it used to be. They tried to replace Aaliyah with Ashanti, Sierra, Cassie, just a lot of people, but mainly the three. And you even had Rihanna trying to dress like Aaliyah at some point. They just was trying to recreate that image, that Aaliyah image. And if that was going to be the case, maybe they shouldn't have got rid of her. You know, they could have just had the original still here living life and making y'all money along with herself. Timbaland was trying to find people to replace her. Y'all seen that Tink 1 in a Million remix, right? That's what it was. And it got a lot of backlash. And so did she. Because he is trying to find a new Aaliyah too. But yeah, should have helped her. He knew she would be gone. A lot of people knew that. And now they're trying to replace her. It's too late. No one will succeed. But long story short, Beyonce is old news. I'm so tired of her. Her career is just done. It's over. She's just pushing. She's trying her hardest to keep up. Just everybody's getting tired of her. Everybody wants to speak out against her, and I don't blame them. I want them to. I'm waiting, and I'm definitely gonna be here for it. I'm gonna be supporting. I'm gonna be talking about it. It's time to put an end to those Carters. They need to sit down somewhere. It's that time. But listen, y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all sincerely think Beyonce is mocking Aaliyah? Really let me know. Like, leave a paragraph if you have to. I definitely want to know. But you guys let me know. Happy Vlogmas Day 15. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We got 10 days until Christmas. Yeah. Happy Vlogmas Day 15. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Let Beyonce go.